DJ Deadly. Look out, he's so crazy.
Hey yo, well this is the very deadly DJ, known as the DJ Deadly. That's right, I'm so new. Yeah, DJ Deadly out of Barbados, 246. You don't know, yeah. This video, I honestly didn't want to do this, but I think it's about time, long overdue actually. Yeah, this is about the whole COVID-19 scam. Yeah, hoax, pandemic, yeah, whatever you want to call it, it's true. Yeah. This video is more for people that are open-minded. So if you're a closed-minded person that like to believe the media and the government and those people, you may not like this video. You may want to go back to living your fantasy life and believe whatever you want to believe. It's all good. It's your right, your choice. But this video is specifically for people that want the truth, or at least open-minded in some way. You know what I mean? Because that's what it represents, DJ Deadly. All about honesty, freedom, and justice. Real talk. Right. This COVID-19, yeah, again, out of hand, is definitely ain't adding up. Right. The reasons I say that because two reasons, simple reasons. One, common sense. And two, based on my research that I've done over the past couple of months. Yeah. Just ain't adding up. No form or fashion. It's definitely a hoax. Yeah, evil. Very, very evil. And this is not really for us right now, people living right now. This part of this whole hoax is targeting our children and our grandchildren. Because this was created by people, I call them the elites. Small set of people that basically control the world. Behind the scenes, behind the shadows, in the shadows rather, right? Probably about 100 people, probably 50, yeah. They're not that big, but they have a lot of power. They move smart and very sneaky. They control the media. They control the governments of the world, wherever, including Barbados, Jamaica, America, all over. So I'm picking the country. I'm picking sides of being biased. Right. They control movie industry. They control the music industry, sports, basically every single industry. Every shit they got hands in. And they're very powerful, but at the same time, they're very cowardly. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they can only control in the shadows. They can't reveal themselves, come out. Yeah, they will then get exposed and then get beat real bad, mentally and physically. So they got control shit in the shadows. They call it the elites. Some people call them the deep state is another name. Some call it the Illuminati. Some call them the lizard people, reptilians, etc. They got a bunch of names. But I like to use the elite for now, the elites, or the elite. So for this video, I call it the elite. Probably should change that name because they're not very elite, in my opinion. Anyway, alright. The purpose of COVID-19 is a lot of reasons why they create this. But one of the major ones, for all major actually, or in case we don't realize, we are at crossroads. We're going on right now in 2020, and 2021 and 2022 is going to determine how the world runs for the next 50 years, probably even 100 years. Real talk, we are at the crossroads. It's war time. So you better get ready for war. And when they say war, people think, oh, violence, chopping up, and things getting blown, and it's not just a physical war. This is a spiritual war, no doubt. A psychological war as well. So, yeah, wake up, for real. Wake up. If you keep doing the same things, you're going to get the same results. If you want things in your life to change, you got to change things in your life. Do things different. I think all these petitions and protesting are already making it. It's a better way. I can get to that shortly. But before I forget, I got to commend the people that putting up resistance. People in Australia, as we speak. I know you're not going to hear about this stuff in the mainstream media. People in Australia resisting to comply to all this bullshit that is being asked of us. All this wearing a mask and social distancing and all these laws that pass lately that are quite frankly illegal. But the powers that be, the elite, make these laws legal. A lot of corrupted shit going on in the mainstream media is not even covering. Bigger the people in Australia, New Zealand, England, America fighting, throughout the Caribbean. Even in Barbados, although much people ain't fighting in Barbados, unfortunately, I don't disrespect, call it 246 for life, but you gotta keep it real. We in Barbados tend to be more laid back, yeah, more submissive, yeah. Anyway, we got those people that realists that actually doing something, creating a legacy for themselves and for their children. Because at the end of the day, this COVID-19, if our grandchildren ask you, our children, for those people that watching got children and grandchildren, they ask you, mommy or daddy, when all this shit was going on, what did they do to stop it? A lot of y'all can't really say nothing much, which is a shame, you know what I mean? I do my part as an artist, as a poet, as a concerned citizen, as a realist, you know what I mean? Patriot. I doing what I could do. I wish I could do more, but I do my part. But it starts with you. It starts with everybody. If I do my part, you do your part. Next man do their part. Next person, the next person. Things will get better. It starts with you though. Don't watch people. It's time we just do we. Start with we. You don't have to be an artist. You don't have to be famous, but you can reach at least one person. That's always my goal. That's what it's always been. I don't want to get out here singing songs and putting stuff on social media to reach 1,000 people or millions of people. No, I'm not Malcolm X yet, or those at that level. I just want to reach one person. One. I know all of us capable of reaching at least one person. That for me is a victory. That's why it's always been. Right. And back to this media now. Why you don't trust the mainstream media? Right. Because if you check history has proven they're not to be trusted. Let me give some evidence, some real proof. We started lately, a couple of months ago, or weeks ago, I can't remember. Anyway, with George Floyd incident. For y'all that don't know, yeah, newsflash, for one, that was not murder. He was not murdered. That whole incident was staged. Yeah, George Floyd. Watch the video. Because the thing about people is, people just following orders. People ain't really conscious of what's going on. Jumping on the bandwagon. If you actually watch the footage, I watch it, 4 different footages, 4 different angles. With sound and without sound. I watch it over and over, and it is really bad acting. It was not real. Even these 2 officers, all of them actually did have on fake badges. You check the badges were not real. Police badges, it was fake. How they move along was fake, and even after George Floyd apparently died, people that come free were not people from the ambulance. They had on some military type uniform. Watch it for yourself. Watch it. This video really about that. I just mentioned it to bring up a point. They say that the police killed, that was all orchestrated to create riots and fear and stuff like that. That's what the media does. There's a lot of other examples, but let me just use that one example for now. I'll give another example. September 11th, remember 9/11, 2001, September 11th, right, where the World Trade Center got destroyed by 2, the media said it was 2 airplanes. I mean, I actually fought for that, to tell you the honest truth. I was younger back then. I didn't know half as much as what we know right now, so it's understandable. We gotta start somewhere, you know what I mean? You gotta live and learn. As a man, definitely make sure you live and learn. Right, the story they goes back to that, the story they came up with was that these 2 airline jets crashed into the World Trade Center, one after the next. They crashed into the World Trade Center. One crash, and then about 5 minutes later, another one crash. And you think about it, can't happen. That is restricted airspace. There's no jet, whether commercial or private, can even be allowed to fly in that airspace. That will get shut down. And 2 to be said, it's not even 1 jet, it's 2. But newsflash, it was not even a jet, it was 2 missiles. I did the research, check it out for myself. That building got destroyed by 2 missiles. And it had bombs below the building that caused it to crumble. But watch it for yourself. You can't talk everything. Watch it, do your own research. We need to get in a habit as people to stop being lazy, real talk, and just do our own research. I know it takes time, but do it piece by piece, and the truth is not that hard to find. Some things you will never ever know, I agree. But the truth, once you do a lot of research, and we have no excuse right now, because we got internet age, we got phones, if they got a computer, they got a phone or whatever. We have no excuse compared to 20 years ago. Back in the flight 20 years ago, maybe 30 years ago, fair enough. Probably might have been that argument with me, but no. No person have that excuse of ignorance. Nobody can say, I don't know, nobody tell me. I don't know that. There's no excuse right now. Do research and you'll be amazed to see what you find. Another example of the media lying. Let me see. Right, they lied about Iran and Iraq having nuclear weapons. Up to today, 2020, September 2020, no one can prove that to be true. Furthermore, nuclear weapons is a hoax all by itself, but that's a whole another story. I gotta do some more videos and come to YouTube or some shit. Anyway, alright. That's the examples where you don't trust the media. Yeah, this COVID-19 is the biggest lie of all. This is a scam of the century. Yeah, real talk. Yeah. Alright, let me get into viruses now. Based on my research, a virus is not what we've been led to believe. We've been pretty much brainwashed. You know, we watch sci-fi movies and stuff like that, telling about virus, all that. It's bullshit. Yeah. A virus is simply waste material secreted from an infected cell. Yeah, cells get infected by a lot of different reasons. It could be poison, it could be radioactive stuff, it could be radiation, it could be bad, irrational thoughts over a period of time. But at some point, cells in our body become infected, poison, so to speak, and the cells try to cleanse it, and when they cleanse it, they release like a waste product, and that waste product is called a virus. Yeah, and a virus is not contagious, as we believe for all these years. It don't spread. Let me say it again. A virus is not contagious. It does not spread from animal to human or from human to human. Let me say a person had a virus, even if they cough directly on you, you're not going to catch the virus that that person had. You'll probably catch germs and bacteria. Yeah, you shouldn't be coughing on anybody anyway, but you're not going to catch the virus. The virus don't spread like that. There's only one way you can get a virus. Is if someone take a virus from an infected person and then they put it in like a vaccine or put it on a needle or a swab or Q-tip, something like that, and then they put it inside of you. That's the only way. And it can't survive. It have to be maintained within a certain environment, within a certain temperature. Because the sun alone will vaporize the virus, kill it pretty much. Cold weather will destroy it, the elements will destroy it, moisture from the atmosphere. So you have to be, after you extract it from an infected person, you have to keep it within a certain temperature and a certain, in a certain temperature, certain conditions, etc., basically. So one thing with vaccines now is that a vaccine having the viruses, or a lot of other shit, can't really pronounce, is very bad. Don't take it. If you care about your health and your children's health, don't take it. But if you don't care, you don't give a shit, you could probably take it when it comes to Barbados. Furthermore, I'll tell people that don't really care, that say, oh, you got dead anyway, you got dead sometime, you could probably take two when you get to Barbados. And believe me, it will come to Barbados just a matter of time. You could take two, yeah. Make sure you try to get two as well, no, just be on the safe side, make sure it work. Yeah. Anyway, right. So a virus now, what they've done over the years, research it and see, is that certain scientists, they extract virus from an infected person or animal, and they put it inside a vaccine. For telling you, they give you a vaccine claiming that this is the next best thing, it help cure this thing and that thing. And if you do any research, there's no evidence proof research that you can find that say a vaccine actually help from any sickness. Vaccines make you worse. Actually, a lot of them even kill you. You don't want that purposely died from taking a vaccine in person. So rest in peace. And if you research it as well, I keep saying research is key. There's a lot of stories about children, people that died after they take a vaccine, die a couple hours or a couple days, a couple weeks. It's that deadly, that dangerous. Yeah. So any man, anywhere you go, know that's for you. So people that care about your health, don't take it. People that don't care, you probably take 2 or 3 just to be safe. Right. So you see, the lies we've been told about verses, and if you don't, you can research it and you some people that you can research the stuff that he's saying to back up what he's saying is true. People like Dr. Andrew Kaufman, MD, and Dr. Thomas Cowan. I pronounced that last name wrong, probably. Check it out from the south. I can put the names on the screen. Check out Tom Bartlett. Excellent stuff from him. Rudolf Steiner was an excellent scientist back in the 19th century, I think. Or 18th century, some shit like that. But check out these people: Rudolf Steiner, Tom Bartlett, Dr. Thomas Cowan, and Dr. Andrew Kaufman, MD. Yeah, the stuff they talk about, you will never find in the mainstream media anywhere. I wonder why. Yeah, so that's a real temple verse. They mentioned it in a poem he did a couple months ago, entitled We Will Survive. You can check it out on YouTube. We Will Survive, DJ Deadly, 246. Yeah, you could like, subscribe, comment, etc., etc. Yeah, would be much appreciated. Much love. Right. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, we talk about the mask now. This thing here. I actually buy this the other day, but I buy it for a reason, which I will show y'all just now the reason. This mask that these people came up with, that you have to wear to enter stores, supermarket, even to get on the bitch ass bus, go up on this shit. And I hate to see little children already say this is real bad. I mean, parents need to be accountable for this, what's going on. This affects you psychologically as well as mentally. All levels, all levels. This mask is a sign and a symbol of oppression. It's also a sign and symbol of being silenced. No more freedom of speech, none of that, all that gone. Freedom, your rights, justice, all that gone. This is what this represents. And on top of that, it's very unhealthy. Putting this on, you're breathing in your own bacteria, your own carbon dioxide, etc., etc. Yeah, it just don't work. Some people like it, fair enough. You might see me on social media making certain status and comments. People want to say, yo, deadly boy, I'm out here mask, boy. I'm out here this mask thing. Not fully, kind of, but not really. My issue with this here is that it being mandatory, meaning you have to wear it. You are forced to wear it, else you're breaking the law. Now that can't work. That law shouldn't be in place in the first place. It's kind of pretty much illegal, that law. It should be a choice. That's what it's about. Who want to wear this shit? Looks like Gary, catch me putting this on. I want to put on a scarf first. And this. Anyway, right. This piece of shit. Right, it should be a choice. Who want to wear it? Fine. Who don't want to wear it? It's fine as well. But don't come and force this on people. That's what they have done. You force this on people. Your hands will get sanitized, washed down, sprayed down. God knows what. You know the ingredients and the spray. Oh, they can say, well, disinfectant, alcohol, yeah. Oh, you know that? You see, you gotta stop being so gullible. I'm not saying it's poison or nothing like that. Don't put words in my mouth by saying you're allowing people to spray shit on your hand, but you have no idea what it is. Yeah, that's very smart, huh? Then they got this thing, check the temperature, point at your forehead. I tell those people now, put it on my arm or some other shit. That's the psychological effect it will have on you, especially children. You got this thing that looks like a gun pointing at you, third eye. I mean, think about it. Think. That's the thing. We don't think. We just go along with every little thing. Because the people need to stop and think. Say, who the heck really going on? What is this really about? Is this really healthy? Is this ethical? If it's not healthy, if it's not ethical, that means you should not follow it. It's that simple. It should not be a law, and it should not be followed. Resist is the key. That's how we're going to win this war. You have to stop complaining. You don't need the guns. That will help, but you don't need to get physical. You just have to stop complaining with bullshit. This is bullshit. This can't stop a virus. As I mentioned what a virus is. Even if a virus was what you thought it was in the past, this shit ain't gonna stop a virus. Even if you don't believe what you mentioned earlier. I mean, come on. This is good for the house cleaning, get rid of dust. You allergic to dust like me. Put this on and you do your housework. It's pretty cool. It could protect you against a little bit of smoke. Yeah, but in terms of virus, the most deadliest virus ever, yeah, this shit really, people really think this shit could work? Come on, wake up, people's wake up. The best thing you can do this is probably burn it. Yeah, that's what you can do right now. Burn this motherfucker. This, I already want to curse right now. Just burn it. Don't ever wear it. Refuse. I mean, you can't charge all of you. Imagine all of you refuse to wear this shit. Yeah, I know they can charge for 1 man, but if you, 100 people, thousands of people, millions of people don't wear this here, they can't arrest all of you. They can't charge all of you. You got the power. You got to start calling shots with these sick people, these businesses, these corporations, whoever it is. You say, all right, here we're getting on. You go to a supermarket, fair enough. You want to protect your peoples, I understand that. But here we're getting on. If you don't come to your supermarket, you're not going to make any money. Eventually, you will go to business. So let me start calling shots and saying, no, you can go to your supermarket, but without a mask. Non-negotiable. If you have any problem with that, well, we're not going into your supermarket and shop. We're not going to give you our hard-earned money. Simple. Do that for 2 months to see how fast things change. That's how you create change. You resist the folly. Do not take part in any folly. This is folly. This is illegal. Forcing people to wear this. If it's a choice, cool. You wear it if you like. Don't wear it if you don't like. Cool. But don't force people. This is not right. Forcing people to wear this mask. This, I don't wear this shit. Real talk. This mask, this want burning. Burn this. Burn. Right. Exactly. Refuse to wear this shit. Burn. Let it burn. Burn.
Let it burn, yeah. Ooh, gotta let it burn.
Yeah, people say, but yeah, I was gonna burn the mask some more that y'all see, but their piece by off almost burn off my balls. Y'all see how dangerous a mask is? So you have to deal with the kids. If people are doing, I'll try that home. Make sure you got a bucket of water or sand or something. But basically that was symbolic, meaning real thing, we don't need a mask. It doesn't have, it matters worse. Yeah, it's that dangerous. Yeah, it's psychological. And imagine how let me ask people a question, people watching, real talk, now we get serious now, back to being serious. How is this going to end? Has anyone asked the question, how and when will this end? Imagine having to wear that mask for another 6 months. Can you imagine that? What about another year? What about another 2 years? Another 3 years? I don't tell me no, that can happen, government, you can do that, don't burn out to me. Government, quite frankly, as we all know, can do whatever they want. And they usually do whatever they want in their best interest and the rich people's best interest. People that suffer is always be poor man and the middle class. So they could extend that mass mandate for 2 years, 3 years. Imagine living like that. And your children living like that. Think about it. Seriously, is that what we want? Are we so blind and cowardly that we accepting that shit? Time to rise up. Wake up and rise up. Stop. Wearing it. And what it represents is not good. Stop. Just stop. Find another way. There's another way. Don't help. All these ministers should know that. Minister of Health, you should know that. Well, being just about title, you should know these things. You're a half man, you're in the industry. Come on. This don't work. This makes shit worse. People all over the world rebelling against it. As I mentioned, Australia, America, England, Spain, Italy, Brazil, just being Barbados, kind of, as I mentioned earlier, kind of lay back. But it's time to get rid of that, the agents. Real talk. And whoever watching this as well, this real thing. Time be just talk. Real thing. It's time to win. Time be as the people had victories. When they start losing, everything you always lose. You don't win shit. The last people had a victory, a real big victory. I can't remember. I don't know. It could be wrong, but tell me. When you tell me. I mean, we get beat so bad. We step 10 years before I know we get beat. How bad we get beat. Real talk laughing, but serious shit. We get beat. And this stuff we think this aim at our children. Imagine the child eat. As I mentioned earlier, you see their children wearing this mask. They saw like a child be 5 or 6 years old with a mask on. It's like, come on, mom, come on, dad. What are you doing to your own flesh and blood? I mean, come on. Not healthy. It's not healthy on no level. It doesn't work. A verse is not what you think. Come on. Come on. You get some guts and some balls and stop complaining to bullshit. Real talk. It's so serious. That's how we're gonna be. If you talk and keep talking, keeping noise, nothing will change. These people don't care how much noise we keep. We need to get that in our heads, in our minds, in our mentality. They do not care. We can keep the world noise so long as at the end of the day, we still complain and fall in line. That's all they care about. So you have to stop. You have to disobey these bullshit orders. Nothing wrong with that. Let me touch on that right now. Maybe an example. Let me say people, let me say you, the man or woman watching, whoever watching, whether it's a male or female, you're in the army. And you went on a mission, let me say 30 people went on this mission to kill your enemy. The enemy of the country, well in Barbados, so I won't call the names, people kind of funny and get all flustered and, you know what I mean, offended. So let me say, let me make a name, enemy was enemy A. Enemy A was the enemy of Barbados for years. Or well, if you're from England, you replace Barbados with England or America or whatever country you're from. Enemy A. Me and you and 30 people on a mission to kill these men, enemy A. There's a bunch of them in this town, small little village rather. And the orders was come in and kill everything because they did intel claim that these people are in this village, that's enemy to your country. Okay. When you get there, you do your job, you shoot everybody, kill everybody. But then now, after you kill the enemies, you see a couple of babies or small children. We say babies for this example. Like, let me say 4 babies that remain behind. You went to carry babies to safety and protect them and carry them where they need to carry. Child protection services or whatever agencies do that stuff, I can't remember right now offhand. Right. Anyway, the babies remain. And the officer in charge now told you that no, don't rescue them, no Canada, kill them. But you as a man or woman go along with that order, you damn well know it wrong. Where you killing the innocent babies, you know some people would, but people that really go for high moral code. But you go around that order, but you have the guts, the balls to say, tell that your commander, your person in charge, no, you're not gonna do it. Even if it means you be charged of treason. That was actually in the movie Van Damme. Something similar. I can't remember it now right now. It was an old movie a lot of 24 years ago. Right? But think about it. These people in authority don't have your back. They don't care about shit. Most of them. So come on. Let me replace killing with rape. Anything like that. Any bad thing you can think about molest, rape, killing. You know it's wrong, but you still gonna do it because this authority figure told you to do it. That's basically what you're getting at. Come on. No. Some things you have to reject authority. Already and truly, these people are not authority. At least not for me. As I mentioned already, a puppet on a string cannot rule a king. Take him back. DJ Deadly, check it out. YouTube. Yeah, anyway, right. I know we've been programmed to this thing on all levels. This goes real deep. We've been programmed, even in the Bible, a lot of religious books, to respect your mother, your father, respect authority, respect the country, the laws of the land, blah, 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 which is true. You should respect those people, but when those people cross the line, that's when you have to say no and stand up and be counted and say no, you're not going to partake. Why should they kill babies or molest or rape these babies? Some people would. Does actually happen, research it. I'm going to further the book. But if you know it's wrong, you believe it wrong to yourself, there's no gray area. You know it damn well 1000% wrong. What should you do? Think about it, what should you do? Refuse the order. Deal with the consequences, quote unquote, afterwards. Who cares about the consequences? That's how they get me. They say, well, if you don't do it, you'll be consequences and bring the fear instead of you. It's all about fear. Use the fear to control you, manipulate you. No, you have to be big on that, say, no, I'm doing it. Whatever happened afterwards happened, but I'm not going to do it. Let's do it. But I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? Who want to do it? You can control another man's actions to a certain point. But you can control your options and your life. You do it. Let's do it as it's selling drugs. People come with this argument now. Oh, we're selling hardcore drugs to children for years. This is proven all over the world. We're doing it. And their argument, their excuse, and their reasoning is bad. So we're selling drugs to children. If you don't do it, it's about to do it. Oh, so they're going to live, they're going to eat, they're going to hustle, they're going to make money, blah, 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 blah. Fair enough, but nah. Don't burn out to me still. Because less about us do it. How about that? Don't let your name be caught up in folly. Things that are sinful to you. That's about sell drugs to children. Does it have to be you? Don't be that guy. Be man how the song. Be man how the song. Do you really want to be that guy? I would never want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. Do you want to be that guy? No. Don't be that guy or that woman. Don't be that person. Let's about do it. Evil. Doesn't matter if order coming from the government, order coming from the queen, the president. It doesn't matter. If it's a bullshit order, do not follow it. That's how we win. That's how we will win. Stop obeying folly. You're supporting it in a sense. If you're part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Real talk. I say this to every single person watching, black, white, any color, Indian, green, alien, whatever. Stop following bullshit. These protocols are bullshit. Social distance, bullshit. Wearing a mask, bullshit. Temperature checks, bullshit. Sanitizing your hands, bullshit. It creates more harm than anything else. It does not work. Not a person in life can tell me otherwise. Stop doing it. Yeah, man, you're trying to get brave, be courageous. You know what I mean? Forget with fear. Fear is just false evidence, opinion real. Yeah, another example for you. Imagine, if you got children, you can still imagine as well. But imagine a big muscular man came to molest your son or daughter. He was very big, he could mash you up physically, could beat you to a pulp. You have no chance of winning physically, plus he had a gun on you. But at the same time, he came to molest your son or daughter. You sit back and allow it to happen because he's physically bigger than you, and you have a weapon, you don't have a weapon. You actually gonna allow that to happen? Hell no. So why you allow the government to do shit to you? Government is like a big bad bully, all this bullying talk, no to bullying. There you go, government is bullies. They have been bullies. When I say government, it means government of this country, Barbados, the BLP. I'm scared they wanted to call one of your names, bitch ass BLP. We have a government that people watching overseas, all governments, they are bullies. They bully the people out of their money, their land, their freedom, their rights, everything, etc., etc. If you're paying taxes, it's a form of bullying. Who's you to tell me you're going to have to pay a certain amount of money to you? Hell no, taxes should be a choice, it shouldn't be mandatory, but that's a whole other issue. But I mean, seriously, you gotta get brave. Forget the consequences if you know it's right. If it's wrong, fair enough. I'm not saying don't obey laws or don't obey rules. There has to be laws, there has to be rules, but not when it crosses the line, you should not accept it. Do not accept it if it crosses the line. Yeah, before I go, let me speak about the artists in Barbados and the whole world, any genre, all genres. I find it very interesting that you're hearing nothing against COVID-19 from most music artists. I find that very interesting. Apart from myself, DJ Deadly, and about 2 other artists, that's about it. So it gives me the impression that all these artists believe in COVID-19, believe the narrative that's being pushed on us. That's very interesting. Or perhaps they're just being silent because they're scared, which is it. But regardless of the reason, I find it very interesting. I understand that they're being scared, you know what I mean? You as an artist, especially if you're on a label, you can't really say what you like in a song or in an interview or anywhere. Certain things you cannot talk about. You will lose your record deal and you will lose your sponsorship deals and your etc. You get blacklisted on the radio stations, etc., etc. I understand that. But at the same time, being an artist, a poet, a public speaker, public figure, anything along that lines, you have responsibility to the people. Of course, a man can say, well, you can't tell people to sing about what they say, which is true, fair enough, but it's very disappointing at the same time. Real talk, who vexed can stay vexed. I'm pretty much disappointed in most artists throughout the whole world. Yeah. And I challenge any person to name 5 artists that's speaking out against COVID-19, whether in a song or in a poem or in on social media, etc., anywhere. Name 5 artists. Probably can't get past 2. It's real disappointing. I mean, come on, we need to do better. But like I said just now, you can't tell a woman what to say. People scared. All that gangster talk, all that's bullshit. All that's hype talk to sell records and to be, all that's bullshit. And then when they gangsters, when they're bad man, all this badness, that's bullshit. Any man can talk that shit on record. That's bullshit. Thank you, we get real brave. Let me see the brave artists come up. Stop this scary shit. Let me get brave with DJ Deadly. Let me get brave in this thing. And talk the things and enlighten the people. That's our job. But I do my part. Who don't want to do it, that's them. I know I'm not that guy. I will never want to be that guy. I'm not that y'all. Y'all let me down big time. I mean, check little old me. I'm not even big and popular yet. And I do my part. So people that bigger should be doing more. Y'all a disgrace in my opinion. Yeah, anyway, enough for wanna go on our best for oneself. Let me big at the fans now, or the Deadly fans, DJ Deadly fans. Respect. Don't know. Much love. Everybody that comment my videos, or like, subscribe, anything along that lines, just view it. Respect to y'all, real thing. We're backing a real artist.
I'm taking back what is rightfully mine, cause I was born as a king, ruler over everything on earth. Oh yes, it was my gift from birth. Because I'm coming true.